MASA members, one of the objectives of forming our group as per our constitution is um, there is an urge by each one of us to do something to improve the standard and the face of our school as a thanksgiving and appreciation. Thus, a need for togetherness. Together we grow. There's a need for togetherness because what you plan to do, maybe you cannot do it alone. We have to do it as a group of all that went through the school of Masindu. So as a thanksgiving, each one of us has an urge that when you pass through that school, there is something you think that should be done right. So as an individual, you think something. As an individual, you think something. We put together that mind, then we can grow together to make our school the best school that we admire or we can admire. So that's why now I want to start talking about our school as I promised in our projection or in our strategic plan, rather our strategic plan, rather our our proposal. Chapter one of our proposal. Our school. The center pole of our unity is our mother school, which is Masindu Primary School. Our name is derived from our school, which is Masindu School's Alumini. It becomes in a short as MASA. Then we form the group as a CBO, community-based organization. Because what we will be doing with the school will be benefiting or will be affecting the community as a whole. We have two aspects about our school. A, development. Two, academic. And also co-curricular activities. So not strictly on the two only. Vision about the school. 1.1 Development. To make Masindu Primary School the best place where both teachers and the pupils will enjoy as they go through the academic process, where parents and the community will be proud to associate with. To make Masindu Primary School a center of excellence in academic performance, discipline, hard work, students who will contribute positively to the community, county, and the nation. Now, strategic plan. In order to achieve our vision, number one, our group has come up with the following proposals. Our proposals range from our short-term projects, those that can be achieved within a short time, and a long-term project, so that will take time to be completed. We will also consider those that are needed immediately and those that, even though they are short-term, they can be done at a later times. The group will also sit down and make decision on categorizing the projects into those two groups, i.e., short-term and long-term. We will have our tab conference every month, the first weekend of the month. both Saturday and Sunday to discuss about these things, so that what we have all agreed as the proposals that will make the school a good school, we will be discussing about them. And that these discussions will have to start now. Proposal number 1, classrooms. Our recent tour to the school revealed to us that our school is in a very pathetic state and shape. We still have old classrooms which have damaged and completed dirty and dusty floors. No windows and doors to the schools. And in this one we have even a video that, if possible, we can show it. Rooms are damaged and leaking during rainy season. The suggestion is that we take this as the first project. The renovation of or completion of uncompleted classes will be facilitated by MASA in conjunction with the Board of Management. So MASA sit down with the Board of Management, then we start to discuss on the way forward about how we'll go about the school or the classrooms. Proposal number 2, painting of the school. After we complete the renovation of classes, our next task will be to paint. We want to make our school attractive. Painting will strike the eyes and show that MASA is on the move. This will attract more members to join. Painting will be done on all classes, inside and outside. The gate will also be painted. Initially, this was to be our first project, and even when we came there in 2020 and several visits in 2021, and in 2019, and several visits on 2020, before really Corona struck, we had wanted to do the painting, especially of the gate. But then when we went to the school and we saw how the desks were, how everything were, then someone, especially Wafula Katambi and Kai Wangila, who visited the school and laughed at us and said one thing: how do you want to paint the school when it looks the way it was? Then we had to change our mind, and by the guidance of our CEO Mero Nyonyi and our patron Joseph Mukambi, together with others like Wafula Kilwake, Jeremiah Makoha, and those people who contributed, the Kitty Mandra, who are contributing to these discussions, we came up with the proposal, and the good leadership of Alabane Skilai. So, painting now, we said we hold it, we make the proposal, then we will sit down together with the other stakes now. We will come up with how we will do everything. But the classrooms were, if possible, should be given priorities. Fencing. That is proposal number 3. Fencing. Another project will be to reinforce the fence. The fence needs to be one fully in order to keep the school safe from intruders. Only one gate should be opened. A well-fenced compound will prevent outsiders who may come to school to cause disturbances during the learning time, because we will have a security at the gate, and when one wants to go inside, you have to seek permission. The school should also be free from theft cases, as valuables are always kept in the school. Because as we move ahead, we will see that we have so many things that we will store in the school. Good fencing keeps the school safe and good for learning. We will also plant trees around the school that will enhance the fence. So proper fencing is another project that will be done. Proposal number 4, repair of broken desks and doors. MASA intends to make sure that all broken desks, doors, and windows are repaired. This will give both pupils and teachers good environment for study. We need to buy modern desks and seats that will allow good spacing of the pupils during learning season. We have these desks that are modern, that have a locker. It's like a self-contained, and it can only be used by one person. We have moved around in the other schools that are using the same things. If Masindu can acquire the same, then our students are going to feel good. Proposal number 5, toilets. The school toilets are in very pathetic conditions, not good for any use, especially by pupils. We want to ensure the school toilets for both teachers and the pupils are well constructed and kept clean. We propose to have modern flushable toilets. A septic tank will be constructed where, when full, the residues can be drawn with the tank for disposal. This can be also a source of employment, because one of us, or some of us, might have a tank that will be removing these residues from the toilets. You can dump them. This happens. You can have it as a source of employment and a business, where the government will pay us, because the school is for the government. We are making it. Proposal number 6, water. Water is a very important need in any given place. MASA will facilitate the drilling of boreholes for clean water. Clean water will enhance health and cleanliness in the school. A well-drilled water can also be used by the community around, where water will be useful, especially when we have modern toilets. When we have modern toilets, flushable toilets, we need a tank, and we drill our own borehole. It is not necessarily that it's MASA that will do it, but we will have to facilitate such things so that it can be done. Proposal number 7, more classrooms. As the population of the school grow, enough space for learning is very vital. MASA will facilitate the construction of more classes as need can be. Remember, we are always associated with success. When the school performs well, it will attract people from other schools and even other places, like other counties even. They will bring their children in our school, and that will need more space. As even we see, the schools that always perform very well, they attract people, they are highly populated. But when the school does not perform, you see that parents will remove their students from that school to other schools. So, as we are intending to make a MASA a good place and an academic excellence, you will see how the influx people will come in. Even some of us will remove our children who are stuck in town here to go and learn at home in our mother school, which is now will be performing very well. Proposal 8, library. Our main agenda as part of the long-term project, MASA wants to facilitate the construction of a library. It will be a community library that will be used by both primary and secondary school. The community can also use the same at a fee. MASA will liaise with the county government to employ a librarian at the facility. This is part of the job creation. if we can unite together, even you can find a small land somewhere and construct a very good library that even will have all materials and even our historical things in the community can be kept there in the library. And even we can make a museum in the place around the library so that people can be coming to see our old things. Our school, Masindu, is in the center of our community where our old people, the names like we have names like Kisembe, Murule, Situeti, Kirui, and others had their old materials, old things that they were using. I think they are just kept amongst us. The history, the historical places, the history of the school, and those people who even formed the school, the story of the community. Someone will come up with it so that we can have these materials in our library and in our museum. It can be a very good cultural place where people can be invited even to come and read from there, and they give some money for our growth. Proposal number 9, and this is what we are dealing with because we have taken it as the first agenda that we want to deal with. As we said, we will be sitting down and change these things. We have just outlined them as proposals, but we will be discussing and see which one is the first. Like now we have thought of proposal number 9 is a printer and a photocopier. A printer or a photocopier is a very important equipment in the school, and especially during this time of CBC. This will assist in printing or photocopying of large quantity of papers, especially exam papers from various places. Because we said, even this was a proposal of Wafulakiri Wake during the discussion, that even that is what we asked him also, that he will be moving around and look for past papers and other learning materials in one and take to school. So the printer can be used to print them in large numbers so that they can be used for exams and other things. Proposal number 10, which is so very, very important. Total change of the school layout. I want all of us to think about this. Alumni. Some of us are parents there. Some of us are just as neighbors. Like some of us are now old and we were parents there, and now we were grandparents there. Think about this. The current layout of the school is not correct. Classrooms are near the main road. This causes a lot of disturbances and distraction during learning periods. B should be B. Classes are on the lower side of the school compound, whereby during rain time there is flooding around the school, the classes. People are forced to step in mud and flood to enter the classrooms. It is so unsafe and unhealthy hazard and a health hazard. Sometimes water fills the classes. As you can see, the compound is on the lower side of the school, and the classes are on the lower side of the compound. I was there in one of the meetings when we went to present our certificate, and it rained. I have a video that I took. I will try to look for where it is. The classes, the rains comes from those sides of Museum Gambi there. All the flood, it comes to the school. This is so unhealthy. I saw it, and I believe we have to think about this. We therefore suggest that for the classes to be changed, and constructed at the upper side of the compound, on the places where it's the present field, if we can put the classes on those sides, we will have hidden and removed away from the distractions to the safe place, which is quiet and safe. So that the fields and the other activities or field for other activities like agriculture or whatever be placed on the lower side of the compound. Now, how will it be done? How the money will be acquired to fulfill all these projects? And this will take the whole plan of the book. Let me come back on another clip to talk about how the money will be acquired to fulfill all these projects. Keep on listening and watching, and not only listening and watching, please